them up, to be honest, because that's the beauty of this champion past level 6, right? He can join the team fights immediately thanks to his ultimate if he's not too far away from them, but that means he can still be away from them, having a lot of impact on the side lanes, and his split pushing potential is massive.
Absolutely massive. You're watching right now Entropiq all invading towards the bottom side of the map in the bot lane, you know, putting a ward in here, checking if there's any trap in there, and now they are going to be all checked by the ward in the bottom side of the map. Hunt is starting to move through the river, and really likes, and this happened in the first game of Rods in the day, that they just set it up quite an efficient vision net. So far in the early levels, they are doing this. Are they doing this?
Are they doing this?
I am not. They are doing this.
I don't know how much of a fan I am of this, to be honest. No, I don't know how good it can end up for them. At least they have the vision around them, so they have a ward. They had a ward here that was just destroyed by Rad. They have a ward at the blue buff, so they know the movement of the enemy more or less. But that's still so very risky.
This is so risky, and Rod must be sniffing this out because they had a lot of vision. They knew that Entropiq stepped onto their jungle, and maybe they know that they never left that jungle. Look at how someone and Butcher are moving, all sticked to that wall. And now with Sixi grabbing this frog for himself, they were just confirming. Yeah, they were invading. Yeah, they were waiting for us. And now Bolívar, I don't know if this 1v1 is going to be all well for him because someone and Butcher are moving to the jungle. Screw about to die. The first blood goes all forward to there. This is a disaster for Sixi.
This is just the second minute of the game, and that's already the first blood, and that's already a very efficient clear of the jungle. All right, and that's a very good start for the bot lane as well, because look at the exchanges they're having here. I am expecting Entropiq to try to take back whatever was lost for them in the jungle, but for Udyr right now, Udyr is a champion that can take in the early game kills very well, because he has a really fast jungle clear in general, which means he can be on the side lanes to gank them out quickly. But with the first bot, I believe it could actually be a fast recall for him to make sure he's going to be heavily ahead in terms of items compared to the enemy Volibear.
Honestly, you were saying that you were maybe not that much of a fan of that situation that Entropiq was trying to set up, and you were absolutely right. I mean, maybe if the vision net from Rod was not that effective and that dominant, maybe, you know, the cheesy situation would be okay for Entropiq. But the fact is that, you know, warding saves lives. And that just paid off, as you could see for Rod. And now maybe Kantas cannot be that oppressive in the bottom lane as he could be if he would be there from level 1, from minute 3 in the game. Now maybe you are just, you know, shoving the wave onto the bottom lane, shoving it under the tower in the bottom lane, but you were not collapsing onto someone and Butcher. They are just chilling.
It is indeed going to be much harder for them to go for a kill pressure onto the enemies, especially because there is some level advantage already available to Rod. There is an assist, for example, on Sun, so, you know, it's making their bot lane feel a little bit better, but still there is a lot of just general lane pressure coming their way from Entropiq. And actually with Volibear around right now, they could even extend it further. We still have a minute before the first Drake is going to be spawned, but if they maintain the control around the both part of the map, it's going to be good for them as long as they don't die in the jungle again.
Maybe, but they're going all forward. I kind of respect that you had a plan, you want to deliver it, but they are watching Sixi all the time. So it's good he's grabbing the blue buff, and Bolívar is, you know, not taking the things like he wanted maybe to be happening. Also, the matchup in the mid lane, we just saw Hunt connecting those scout of the week that we were discussing during the draft, that Syndra and LeBlanc sometimes get to be more of a skill matchup, that more, you know, like unbalanced matchup in favor of LeBlanc, who has a lot of kill potential for sure, but you have to respect Syndra post level 6. Right now, what is Entropiq doing in this situation? Because the level 1 was absolutely disastrous. You cannot dive this someone in Butcher. I mean, you don't want to die, Alice. You know, you don't want to dive Alistar. That would be absolutely terrible. And Yannick is moving to that mid lane, but Hunter's respect flash away. He had the reflexes.
That was good exchange of flashes. That was very good attempt from Entropiq actually to do something, just exactly what you were trying to talk about. And I understand that we need to try to see what Entropiq can be doing right now, because their options are super limited, especially if they give away kill on the mid lane. It shouldn't happen. It will not happen. But they need to wait for their level 6 now. and they need to farm up, because if you look at the difference in the jungle, right now it's a little bit smaller, but just before, the difference between Volibear and Udyr was massive. Udyr in general, yes, is a very fast clear, and I understand they want to go in and counter gank him to make sure, not to counter gank, but rather counter jungle him to take away some gold from him. But if you're not getting any gold in your own jungle, it's not really going to work for you, especially if you don't manage to steal away anything. And it's the same situation everywhere else on the map. I expect Entropiq to try to slow down right now a little bit and to wait for their power spikes to hit in, to wait until the moment where they know they can fight back.
And I have to say, I'm wondering with Udyr getting ahead and ahead and ahead, and Kalista getting not behind, but even with Varus, who is gonna be taking down Scooter? You have the do Entropiq have the damage to deal with that? Because I really don't think so. We are watching this gank in the top lane. Maggot is slowed down, but he manages to get away with the ghost. He's playing without a flash, by the way. We didn't talk about it. And 60 is trying to regank that top side. Maggot may be going forward, jumping onto 60.
No way.
Doing anything about it. Scooter comes in for the counter gang at 2v2, and Robocop is a bit changed down, but look at that damage Udyr is bringing onto that skimmage. Maggot with the spear, grabbing Robocop's head, and Ra'at going victorious into this double kill that goes all straight to Pantheon, the champion in the top lane.
Oh, the early game is absolutely massive for Ra'at, isn't it? It's everywhere. In their jungle, on their top lane. This is absolutely incredible for them. Right now, they have a massive lead on the top part of the map compared to Entropiq. And this double kill for Mag a little bit before, amazing. I love how he jumped away onto the enemy Volibear, just trying to get away from the double gank, and knowing that his jungler was already on the way to assist him out. And as you mentioned, the damage from Udyr, even on the early stages of the game, even pre-level 6, is unholy.
It is unholy. I like the term that you used, because it is. It shouldn't be allowed that to happen. Look at that. There is just 1-0. Pantheon is just 2-0. And if you played enough ARAMs in your life, you know that if Pantheon gets ahead, it's just unmanageable to deal with him. It's gonna be the first break in the game for Ra'at, unless, you know, a miracle happens for Entropiq that is coming in here to watch, to be the favorier of Ra'at, grabbing this first neutral objective. First Champ Tech trade going all straight to the Arabian League team. Unhunt may be in trouble, flashless, the grab from the side of Danik, and here come the chains from LeBlanc. That person is healed.
A very beautiful chain of control there, chain of control from Entropiq, making sure that there is never going to be a free moment for Hunt, making sure that he's never going to be able to press anything else on his keyboard to try to get away from the enemies. It was just a very clean kill confirmed for them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you had to punish the fact that Syndrome was flashless. You had to punish that flash that you forced on Hand earlier before. And I know I want to get to say this, because sometimes I feel really disappointed when, wow, you force a good situation, you have to capitalize on it. Like, I don't know if you want to capitalize on this, because this jungle is not yours, but look at that, LeBlanc's damage, so good. Volibear jumping forward, and Jackie's grabbed the second kill in a row. Scooter takes advantage of it. Oh, Danik, that was not a good hook. You just saw himself, but here comes the ultimate from the side of Kalista. That is exhausted, cleans his exhaust away, and Jackie's grabbed the third one in a row. Pantheon comes down from the sky, and Danik is all alone by himself.
No way.
Another double for Pantheon. That is Maggot being 4-0, and that means problems for Entropiq.
That means problems, very big ones, and very soon, because look at the itemization. He already is sitting on the completed Black Cleaver, and he's going to recall again soon. He's going to be coming back to the lane, having so much more items than anybody else on the enemy team. Oh, that was close. I got scared.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but it's LeBlanc we are talking about, so she should be okay. But in the blink of an eye, maybe, yeah, it's a problem for Entropiq that Maggot is 4 kills ahead, which is a big problem. Don't misunderstand me. But Jackie's is 3-0, and it's LeBlanc. Maybe that's a bit of hope.
That is a lot of hope, especially just looking at how well Jackie's pilots as LeBlanc, just finding such good kill opportunities, getting away from danger constantly over and over. He hasn't been brought down once since the beginning of this game. I have a lot of hope for LeBlanc in this game, to be honest, especially if she manages to get her items quickly enough to make sure that she's going to have enough damage to cut through Pantheon.
1,300 gold ahead. Jackie's versus Han, LeBlanc versus that senior. We were discussing about how this might be a skill matchup in the middle lane, but I don't think with the gold if it's a skill matchup anymore. It's just LeBlanc destroying everyone. So they got up onto, 2 rings and 1 explosive wand in the mid lane. You have to give that control in the mid lane, because Han flash back once again, but still you are senior, maybe you're dying, and you can take a kill with the ultimate. But that's a dangerous situation, because LeBlanc is such a mobile champion. She can have that impact in the bottom lane and also in the top lane, and you don't want to be Maggot dying in that hypothetical 2v1.
And a very important recall just happened for that LeBlanc, because if you look at items again, the Luden's Tempest just was bought by Jackie's, which means a very big power spike for LeBlanc is already available. Jungle is constantly somewhere around the mid lane, so Jackie's doesn't need to feel threatened whatsoever. This LeBlanc is very scary right now, especially for Han. For Cinder right now, she needs to try to step back and try to find farm opportunities or some assist whenever some team fights are going to be happening, because otherwise, one-on-one, there is absolutely no chance for Cinder level 9 versus LeBlanc.
This is important because Six is a man with a plan, forcing Flash away again from Cinder. He jumped forward, but the Scattered Weak is back, and Six is all alone by himself. Hunt is grabbing a free kill there between his own towers in the mid lane. And I really appreciated the idea, but when you force the flash away, you have to get out of there, because Udyr was roaming around. Now Jackie's maybe able to grab a kill in the 1v1. The chains are okay, but not being able to force the stun onto Han, that is respecting the situation.
Oh, there was actually indeed a kill just grunted to Han. Just, here you go, here is a little present for you so that you feel a little bit better and less threatened on the mid lane. Oh, the bot lane might have some more action here.
But Kalista has it all, so nothing should be happening to Danik. It's like you're just pulling off the leash onto Nautilus. You are saving Nautilus from death with that ult. But it is worrying. It is a worrying situation that you cannot use. You're not allowed to use Kalista's ultimate just to engage. You have to use it all the time to save Nautilus from dying.
And this is not what Kalista wants to be doing. She doesn't want to be passive. She doesn't want to be playing defensively. She wants to be as offensive as possible on her lane, especially having a support like Nautilus that can set up really important kills for her. Right now, being 0-1-1, this is pretty much a disaster for Kalista. Even with a really good farm, especially if we just compare the 80 carries, this is not where she wants to be.
And we are talking about, because I was wondering, when you have a virus in a composition, you always wonder, is this going to be, a lethality virus, is going to be a DPS virus? We are having DPS virus, which means that someone still has a long way to go into the game that is not depending on smashing the lane. He's gonna scale. He's half an item only, but close to the mythic item. Kalista quite mostly the same, but Kalista needed to be strong in the earlier stages of the game. Look at this. Scoot is just running forward into Kalista, and he has no problem at all. Here comes Pantheon from the sky, and the stun is point and click. Cantus cleanses it away, but look at this. Morgan maybe about to die. He's tanking. He's tanking so much, and bottom maybe a 2-for-1 for Kalista. The Scattered Weak does not connect, but the ultimate, that is point and click. Jackie's is there, and the hook is okay from the side of Danik, and that's another kill. Jackie's grabs the 4th one in a row. LeBlanc is the last hope for Entropiq. We are talking about the teams that had no chances anymore to go to the knockout stage of the EMEA Masters. Playing 60 is around the situation in the tree, which may be dangerous. That's a 3 versus 2 situation, but Bolivar is jumping forward. W from Jack is grabbing the 5th one. Look at that, LeBlanc is absolutely massive. That's kind of the way, not that exciting though. Jack gets away with it once again. That's 5-0 for LeBlanc.
This LeBlanc is so scary, because we were talking about how scary this Pantheon was going to be for Entropiq. Right now, there is a really big problem for Rad in the face of that LeBlanc having already shipped out the book. Look at that, ship out the book. It has 10 stacks on it already. This is insane. 5-0-0. But it also brings up an issue for Entropiq, because Jackie's right now is the sheer and the only source of damage for Entropiq, holding 5 out of 6 kills that the team has. If Rad managed to find a way onto that LeBlanc, stop her, and shut her down in a team fight, that's going to be a huge chunk of damage just deleted from Entropiq. And what are they going to be left with?
I mean, We were discussing earlier if Entropiq would have the damage to deal with there when he was tanky enough, but in this situation where he only has the demonic embrace, we just saw that Jackie can do it. Jackie's, honestly, in plural, important thing. Jackies can do it. The Jackies can do it. They can take down it there. They can take that. They can take down Pantheon. They can take down everybody. So Entropiq had this situation when they can snowball through that LeBlanc, and the important breathing. That's pivotal. That's a pivotal situation in there. Yeah, you have the book, you have everything. You have Jackie's pushing the top lane, and maybe you have a situation in here because Skude going forward with the gang double W from the side of Jackie's. They are chasing her. They are fast, but they are fast enough. I really don't know. He comes. The clone in there, they are diving, and Jack is trying to dance around. The chains were hopeful, but not enough. That's a massive shutdown, all going forward to Skude with that there.
And this is a good shutdown for him because he really needs to get to his second item, but there is another thing happening on the mid lane. Was supposed to happen, but not really going to continue. Maybe now, though, with Butcher around the corner.
They are going again.
Oh, no.
Butcher with the combo on hand, with the unleashed power taking down 6A. That maybe is overstepping at some points. I'm seeing Volibear, taking some risks that should not be allowed.
That's not what Rad say, I think. That's not what they want to be talking about right now. I think they're very happy with their Alistar doing exactly that thing. Oh, that's a lot of damage already from that virus. And can we go back to this virus for a second? Because I think what you mentioned a little bit earlier about the scaling of this virus is really important, because it feels like this is what Rat are going for in general. They already have a lot of natural scaling on their champions, especially top lane, jungle, mid lane. But now, you will be dead.
It's a lie. That hook is a lie. That could never hit it. That hook never hit it, and worst part is that Jackie's grabs the 6th.
No way.
You lose pages of your book, but you're grabbing them back.
No way. I refuse to believe it. That was too good to be true. Honestly, I didn't think that this hook was going to hit, and I didn't think that Sam was going to go down that quickly. But I still think that Rad are looking into going into as late of a game as possible if they're allowed to do it, because Entropiq are still trying to push forward their momentum, especially with Jackie's right now requiring so many enemy members to shut him down. You can see on the top lane they rotated 3 members of Rad to make sure that they are actually going to go for a kill confirmed for them, which gives Entropiq a lot of free time everywhere else on the map. And this is exactly what's happening right now on the bot lane, with Kantas taking down this turret and will be able to do exactly that for all the next turrets very quickly.
This Kalista that should be entirely denied by the situation that they have in the bottom lane is taking one tower in the bottom side of the map. And now Rad, as a full-member team, they are pushing gold through the mid lane with the help of the Brave Herald. The Scooter going forward is down because he can do it. He's not threatened by the LeBlanc anymore. Jackie's is there, but he can only watch. And this Brave Herald is massive because they are just taking down 2 towers straight forward in the mid lane. And 1 kill, Robocop. As a police, you should understand when you are outnumbered.
Maybe not in this situation. Maybe trying still to defend the inner turret, because it was definitely very important for Entropiq. Right now, they lost a lot of control of their own jungle. They don't have any more outer turrets anywhere. With this mid turret on the mid lane going down, they don't see pretty much anything. They don't have any safe point in the jungle anymore. I think it's safe to say that Entropiq's jungle right now belongs to Rad. They are free to go in. You can already see how much vision control they have over it, especially on the bot side.
I really feel, well, we were talking earlier about, when a team has no pressure anymore, they know they're eliminated no matter what, they win or they lose, but they still, they start delivering, the gameplay they wanted to do during the entirety of the tournament. And this is what Rad, I feel that they are giving to us right now. I would love to see this kind of Rad playing the style they wanted to play, playing confident, playing all at once. I would love to see this kind of Rad in the, in the previous games.
If only that all the power was unleashed a little bit earlier, they could have gone far, because right now they are extremely dominant. They know what their main threats are at this side of Entropiq right now. They read them very well. They usually predict what they're going to be doing, except for some of their split pushing, but right now Scooter might be changing it.
But he's all alone with Magado. TP is coming through in the top side of the map, Butcher in hand, joining the situation. Scooter seems to be undefeatable for Entropiq were not enough to kill that Ethereum fight. Market is taking Robocop down, and Kantas isn't able to join the team fight. Danik is gonna be taken down. Someone goes forward. Look at that Skude. 1,000 spears in his chest are not enough to kill this champion. Skude kills Kantas, and now Bolivar has to jump away. And when you see Bolivar running away from the team fight with the ult, you know we are talking about some problems in here. You look at that pumping falling from the sky just to chase 60 down. Where is the bear? Where is the bear? Is it here or is it there? He's trying to back away, but he's not gonna be able. Margit chasing him down to his side of the map. He's gonna grab this 5th kill. It was not an ace because it's so early in the game that the timers are not that long. But 5 kills and Baron Nashor for Rad.
It's just less than 21 minutes in the game, and it's already 7-16, and it's already 3 dragons and an early game Nashor at the hands of Rod. This is incredible from them, and I love this team fight so much from them, especially because they chose to play so well. And what they did, if you saw it, they separated Entropiq into 2 different parts, making sure that they're going to be taking one of them quicker than the other. And in the second one, there was Jackie's. Jackie's was not able to get to the backline of the enemies because they were all in the first group, too far away from him, and he was too busy dealing with the front laners of Rod. Once the backline of Entropiq was done killing pretty much everybody else, including Candace, they turn onto LeBlanc, and then they know that they can kill her. And they do exactly that. Beautiful piloting at the team fight from everyone in the team.
In fact, denying the LeBlanc, it just translates to the fact that that book is meaningless anymore because LeBlanc died twice in a row after buying that one. It feels so bad. It feels like she's dealing some damage, no matter what. Look at that. But the sun coming through, and Scooty and Watcher trying to flank the Entropiq guys from their own side of the map. Market chasing down the LeBlanc, and they are diving the second tower in the bottom lane. Danik wants to go in, wants to go out. She's not quite sure, but right now the fact is that Entropiq finally they are lacking the damage to deal with Rod.
They're lacking pretty much everything, unfortunately. Their front lane is not able to survive for long enough. Their damage dealers are not dealing enough damage, especially because one of their damage dealers gets focused really heavily by Rod. I'm of course talking about LeBlanc. And look at the state of their base right now. And look at the state of their team right now, because I think Rod want to go for more kills.
Going in with an Alistar, this is a classic hunt, take down Kalista, point and click damage, that's the best in the world. Robocop couldn't even move. Look at that CC chain that Rad put on the table. Bot inhibitor is gonna be taken down, and probably this is going to be the first victory for Rad, the first victory that this team, the second seed from the Arabian League, can grab in the EMEA Masters. They don't want it to leave without one single victory, and I feel real bad. This is the Rad we wanted to see coming through from the very first moments of the competition. That's gonna be a victory, and Rad closes versus Entropiq in less than 23 minutes.